It's me, Dolores Jones, your comeback coach. Guess what? I quit my job today. No, seriously, I literally resigned today as a teacher. I did. No, you want to talk about it? Let me put my wine first, okay? Come on in, sit on down. Because I know it's a lot of y'all that want to quit your job. What you want? For whatever reason, honey. I quit my job today. I quit my job today. And I don't want to drink. Well, okay, I'll just drink the whole thing. The rest of it from I was cooking last night. So hold on, baby. Hold on. I got these lights on. I don't know if I did. Okay. So do I need any more light? We're just gonna work with what I got. Is that okay? Okay, let's work with what I got. Come on in. Let me know. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're here and you can hear me. Okay, great. So seriously, today I quit my job. I quit my job. I quit my job as a English teacher for a certain school district. And I'm not going to necessarily say the school district because eventually we're going to talk about this because this is something we need to do. And it's interesting because a lot of people don't know that I went to this particular school as a long-term sub. And the impacts I was having with these children, the principal came to me and was like, Miss Jones, we got to get you here. And I'm like, cool. And so I started this teaching program and I was adamant. I said, I'm only going to go teach at this school. I'm not teaching at any other schools. If I can't teach at this school, forget it. So I'm in there and I intentionally shaved my head earlier last year. I did it for a couple of reasons. Yes, I struggle with alopecia, but I also had heard this story of this young girl, 12-year-old, who had alopecia. Her grandmother got her a nice wig. She's in the mirror looking at the wig and everything. And somebody's trifling child pulled the wig off the girl's head. The little girl went home with her little sister and killed herself. I can't make this stuff up. It's horrible. So there's going to be a point where I'm going to talk about it was very different. So, and I'm just going to be frank. Can I be frank with y'all? Okay. So when I came back with no hair, I was called a bald-headed bitch. I kid y'all not. You bald-headed bitch. I said, let me take my shoe off. The principal was like, no, Miss Jones. I was like, okay. And I think maybe it was next month. This boy. You bald-headed bitch. I'm talking about that bitch right there. I'm talking about that bitch, you bald-headed bitch, blah, blah, blah. I was like, what? And the principal was standing there and I'm like, if you don't snatch this son of a pig up, we're going to have some problems up in this mother. Nothing. I'm in my class. Fast forward. Now this happened all last year. Okay. I'm in my class. I'm talking to the students, doing my thing. And I hear, bitch. I said to the kids, I said, did somebody hear the word bitch in here? Did you hear the word bitch? I knew who it was. So I got over to the little girl. I said, let me tell you something, little girl. As long as you are alive, don't you ever call me a bitch. Do you call your mama a bitch? We don't talk about somebody's mama. I said, because I'm somebody's mama. Now get the hell out of my class. I kid y'all not, in less than 15 minutes, the principal came back, one of the principals. He said, Miss Jones, so-and-so want to talk to you. The student who had just called me a bitch. I said, excuse me? So I go out, Miss Jones, I really wasn't calling you a bitch. I said, girl, don't play with me. I ain't got time. Well, I was talking to my aunt. I said, I don't have time for this. You and I have already had issues. Don't do it. Okay, don't do it. Well, okay, I'm going to go to ISS, but can I go tomorrow? Hell no. Did you call me a bitch tomorrow? Of course not. You don't get to come up here and negotiate with me, little girl. Go to ISS. Well, I'm thinking, y'all know, back when we was in school, you going home for like 4, 5, 7 days. I walk in to the auditorium the next day. Little girl is sitting in the auditorium. I said, why aren't you in ISS? She said, because I served my time. We're talking about 2 hours in ISS. I said, oh, hell to the no. No. I went straight to the principal. I said, this little girl need to be back in ISS. Well, Miss Jones, she's already started. I said, excuse me? This girl called me a bitch to my face in my class. And she did 2 hours in ISS. And I haven't even met with a parent. Still to this day, I ain't met with a parent. The boy, I ain't met with a parent. All right. So let me drink right there. I gotta calm down. Okay, we good. Okay. So I said, you need to put her back in ISS. Well, Miss Jones, we're not going to put her back in ISS. I said, well, I'm going to go home for 3 days. How about that one? Miss Jones. Don't Miss Jones me. And somebody said, what did the person say? I'm sitting here. Miss Jones, why does the word bitch bother you so much? I mean, you know you're not one. What the hell? What? Hold on. Okay. So they sent the little girl into some program. Now, let me say this real quick. They have something called restorative justice. The whole point behind the restorative justice, and I don't know if y'all have it in y'all city. We have it here in Kansas City. The point is to help restore the harm, basically, harm done. So if a child offends or hurts someone, an adult or even another student, you want to give them the opportunity to repair the damages done. How do you repair that point? 1, 2, 3, 3 kids calling me a bitch. Bald-headed too, because I'm bald-headed. Okay, whatever. Okay, so when I was asked, why does the word bitch bother me? I wanted to say, well, why doesn't the word bitch bother you? Okay. I said, y'all need to back me up. She needs to go home. And if she doesn't, I'm going to go home. Miss John, did you heard me? As they say, no, did you hear me? I'm an English teacher too. I quit my job today. So if you're just not joining me, it's true. I'm Miss Dolores Jones, the comeback coach. I'll show you how to bounce back better, not bitter, through life experiences and bad decisions. And today I made an amazing decision. I quit my job today. Can't break my soul. Come through, Beyoncé. I don't know if it was the hair. It was actually the Holy Ghost. Okay, anyway, stay right there. So fast forward. I can tell you how the date. November 9th of 2022. This was last year. I turned 52 on November 5th. Okay. Parent-teacher conference. Honey, I dress up. I'm ready. I'm ready to go meet the kids' parents. Well, I had already informed them that there was this one kid in my class. You know, Hellraiser that everybody listened to. And I would call him by his last name, but I'm not going to do his last name at this moment, okay? All right. Because I still understand the necessity to protect a kid that when I tell y'all what this boy told me, he was a junior. Okay. So one of the admins, that's what they call him, said, okay, Ms. Jones, I'm going to come up to your class. So they were coming up to my class on parent-teacher conference day. And I'm like, this is going to be good. So I'm telling the kids, now I'm repeating to you all what happened in my classroom. So I'm telling the kids, I said, now listen, you're not going to be able to sit over there and eat them hot chips and suck on your fingers and come over here and call each other niggas. I'm telling y'all the truth. And these kids weren't black. I said, that's not going to happen. So as I'm looking, the one that you know, like if he or she changes, it'll happen. He said, why are you looking at me? I said, I'm looking at every student. No, you're not. You're looking at me. I said, you know what? I'm not even going to do with this with you because you remember the day I was teaching and you said, excuse me. And I said, what? And you said, can I leave? And I said, why? He said, because I don't want to hear that. I said, so if you don't want to hear it, then leave. You bald-headed, ugly, black bitch. Boom. Hold on. They said don't make a black woman take her earrings off. I'm going to take one off. Okay. Right then in that moment. The principal hadn't made it up there. I'm telling them the principal is getting ready to come. You ugly black bitch, blah, blah, blah. Excuse me? Hold on. Y'all know I love Jesus, but I ain't Jesus. So you better try Jesus. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to slap the hell out of you. When that boy called me an ugly, bald-headed black bitch, I went to my own door. I said, who in the are you talking to? Now we're in the hallway in the school. You bitch, you ugly bitch, suck my dick, bitch. What? I said, tell your mama to suck your dick and stick it up your ass. How about that one? Miss Jones went there. I done been called so many bitches in less than a year. I quit my job today. I wanted to save the children. But if you can't protect me, because here's the kicker. The child, I was gone from the school for like 30 days because I wasn't probably even going to come back. I was paid, of course. The young man has never apologized. There has never been a parent-teacher conference of any sort. I was told, well, he's really nice because he has a girlfriend now. I don't give a damn. This boy told me to suck his dick. And he's walking in the school. He just walked by me. The boy who told me to suck his dick walked by me. Are you kidding me? I quit my job today. You never see. I want to say this to you because we can mean well, but if what you're trying to do is helping them is killing you, you're gonna have to make another decision. Because I remember just last week I was talking to another admin and I said, I think I'm gonna go and become a virtual teacher. And he was saying, I understand where you're at. And he said, but Ms. Jones, you can only do so much. Like you're the teacher, but you're not the parent. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then I was listening to another pastor recently, and he said, sometimes kids curse and cuss, not necessarily curse you, but cuss because that's the only way they know how to, communicate. So last week I told you I had food poisoning, and then I had migraines that took me to the hospital. You see that? Okay, great. Anybody in their right mind would know you need to stop doing whatever you're doing. So I went to work on this Tuesday. I got there. Now there's a shortage of teachers. I need y'all to understand this. Let me put my earring back on because I want to. Hold on, y'all. You can like and share the video all you want to because I'm going to come back on here. So I came back. They have this thing because of shortage of teachers. Sometimes they have a shortage of substitutes. Listen to me. There are substitutes who refuse to go back to another school. And we talking about restorative justice. What about the teachers? Okay, I'll wait. My favorite. Estella. Electra. Or whatever. Listen, y'all. Y'all, if you're just now joining this video, when you go back like 3 or 4 minutes, you will hear that I was called a black bitch, ugly black bitch, a bald-headed black bitch, suck my dick bitch. All this happened to me in less than a year. And the little boy, he ain't little. He was a junior. This boy about 17 years old, almost grown. He's still walking around down the clock. He's walking around the hall with his girlfriend. We ain't had a meeting. We ain't nothing. Nothing. Did you hear what I said? Nothing. I don't know if he was suspended. Nothing. I don't know. I knew I was at home and they investigating me to make sure it wasn't sexual harassment. Because let me tell you what I told the little boy. So we're in the hallway now. He's telling me, suck my dick, bitch. I said, tell your mama to suck your dick. Blah, blah, blah. One of the teachers. Miss Jones. I said, you better get him. You better get that little mother, right? Now, I love Jesus and all this. Because by this, Miss Jones has zoned out. He's still cussing. So she's trying to take him that way. And I go back in my classroom. Now I done called a bitch and told her, suck somebody's dick. So I go back in my classroom and I said, he just told me to suck his dick. The kids are looking. I said, y'all know what? He probably ain't even got a dick. His dick may be the size of my fingernail. You know what, y'all? He might be the size of this eraser. They're like, Miss Jones. I said, see, I came in here. I'm trying to motivate y'all. And I said, So a little boy who usually is with him, I don't even call them little boys. They're teenagers. So he texts, because you ain't supposed to have a phone. I'm looking at him. So I assumed. I said, yeah, you can tell him. You can text him and tell him I told him he had a little dick. Fuck you, bitch. I'm out of here too. I said, take your ass on up out of here too. With your failing ass. Then I went home. That was parent-teacher conference. See, I didn't become a teacher because I had to. I decided to be a teacher because I wanted to. I felt that I could reach the children. But if you can't help me and keep somebody from verbally assaulting me and insulting me and verbally abusing me, and you let a little boy who just told me to suck his dick to keep walking the halls past me. Okay. So now we're today. So I told you I had like migraines. And so when I got back to work, I sent them a message. And so they have this calendar. And the calendar is where if they don't have enough substitutes and then they don't have enough teachers, they'll ask a certified teacher who already has like 6 classes to use your planning period to sit in a class to cover a class for another teacher. Now this means, y'all, you got to deal with those personalities. And the word out is Miss Jones don't play with nobody. And I've been told, that's why they don't like you. I said, ask me if I care. I said, what you eat don't make me poop. Okay. Let me calm down. So I basically asked them when I got back on Tuesday. I saw that they wanted me to come right back off of medical leave and go and sit in somebody's class. And I just got there. And I said, no. I said, find somebody else. I'm not doing it. I said, I need first of all, I'm a first year teacher in a school with teenagers because I've been a college professor. I've been a substitute teacher. I've subbed forever, but this was the opportunity to take my own class. I can motivate them. I can, help shape them. And with the help of my, what they call it, instructional coach and my mentor, who's the bomb diggity dom, Dr. B, that's what I'm gonna call her right now. She knows because we talked because she came to meet with me. So next thing you know is, Miss Jones, you got to play team. I said, baby, I've been more than a team player. Okay. I'm not going to anybody else's class. In the memo I sent to HR, I sent to the admin who needed to know about it. I sent to everybody. This was Tuesday. I didn't go to their class. I sat there. I said, you're going to have to find somebody else. And then I told them, listen, I need my planning time, first of all, to thoroughly prepare for my kids. Plus, I'm a student because I'm in this fellows teaching program. So I go to classes and I got homework. And did y'all know I hadn't even turned in my homework because I was stressed the hell out. But I had talked to my teachers recently, and today I was supposed to start recording videos. And they were going to let me, because they're like, Dolores, you're blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, I'll send y'all some videos. I'm not sending anything. Bye, Felicia and Freddie. Baby. I got an email today. And it said, Miss Jones, I want to meet with you about the coverage calendar and an incident that happened on February 8th. What's today, y'all? It's February what? February 24th. 23rd, at least. I looked at it and I got to thinking. Now they know they can't convince me to go sit in somebody else's class. It's not going to happen. So why do we even need to meet about it? I've been through hell and back. Baby, I said, today I am resigning from my job at such and such school as an English teacher. I sent it to the HR director. I sent it to the person who needed to know. In other words, you don't need to meet with me. No, y'all don't need to meet with me. I'm done. There's nothing you can tell me. Nothing you can tell me. The incident on February 8th, y'all ready for this? The kids have to pass through my class. So they're just filthy now. Be this and be that. And I already told these children, I said, listen, you're going to talk like that in the hall. We do not stop in my class and start bitch this and suck this and all this, right? So this particular day, the 8th, same girl with her group of friends. That mother said, hey. What? Blah, blah, blah. And she's just cussing me out, just cussing me out. And then she goes into the other teacher's class. I got up and went there. I said, who are you talking to? You talking to me? I'm just, this ain't even your damn class. I don't even know why you over here. What the fuck? Blah, 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 blah. And then she started calling God's name. God dang. The other teacher sitting in the corner looking like, uh-oh. So little friends, and I said, see, you performing for your little friends, but your little friends ain't gonna put no in your books, and they are not going to finish school for you. So she's still, and there's a desk, and she comes towards the desk, and I said, baby girl, you don't want this. You listen to me. I will give it to you, but you trust me. You don't want this right now. She kept cussing, getting louder and louder. And then the intelligent part of me said, Miss Jones, yes, she's not going to respond to anything. So call call her who you believe she can be. See, there's a quote that says, if you treat someone as they are, they become worse. But if you treat someone as they could be, they become who they should be. So in the middle of this tirade, I said to the girl in front of everybody, I said, do you want to be a queen? Well, first I said this. I said, you know what? You were too pretty to let that filth come out your mouth. You just too pretty. Everybody got quiet. She started back cussing. I said, all I'm going to say is, you're too beautiful. You're just too pretty. Look at you, just beautiful. I said, to let that filth come out your mouth. And then before I left, I looked at her and I said, do you want to be a queen or a thought? No, this bitch didn't call me a thought. I didn't even trip at that. As I was walking back to my class, I looked at her. I said, do you want to be a queen? Or do you want to be a thought? And I went back to my class and called her father. He went the hell off. That's the incident that somebody wanted to talk to me about on the 24th that happened on the 9th. Well, guess what? That's been resolved because I done called the father. I done hugged the girl. She wrote me a letter, gave it to me today. Now, she don't know this. I'm not coming back. I mean, I'll put the grades in. I'm done. 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 You want to talk to me about that? And the fact that I don't want to sit in somebody else's classroom? Guess what? Find a whole new teacher. Find another teacher. And hopefully that teacher won't be, will be okay with somebody calling them bitch and telling them suck they dick, and then bitch this and you bald-headed bitch, and then the other one, the kids were, what's wrong? I'm talking about that bald-headed bitch upstairs. Listen, y'all. Listen. All of these children that I'm telling you about are still in school. I'm 52 years old. Back then, you wouldn't have been in school if your parent didn't beat the hell out of you and you weren't in the hospital. You definitely would not be back in the same school where you cussed out a teacher. And let's be honest, y'all, we were afraid to call a teacher a bitch. Because I'm going to tell y'all what would happen. Your mama come up there, your grandma, your grandpa, your uncle. Yeah, I came over. I heard you called them. One time in my life in school, middle school, my grandmother was a teacher. Arrowhead Middle School. I can talk about me. Mr. Hardy, he was one of the gym teachers. He passed by, and I think I was in trouble. And I said something. Now I don't even remember what I said. So he went and told my grandmother, who was the teacher there. So during her break, she's like, "Come on, Dee Dee, let's go to Mr. Hardy." And I'm like, because I didn't think he heard me, but he did. So Mr. Hardy was a gym teacher. So she took me into the boys' locker room. And I didn't know what she had behind her back. All right, okay. So she's like, "So Mr. Hardy said that you said," and I said, "No, I didn't." And she said, "So, and you're going to call Mr. Hardy a liar?" Baby, you know them thick, what do they call the thing? Extension cords. My grandmother, Lord, pulled that big extension cord up and began to whip my pretty ass. I was jumping over bleachers and whatever, trying to get away from her. And she was beating my ass, beating hell out of me as Mr. Hardy was sitting there watching. And they didn't even lock the door. So when the bell rang, the boys came into the locker room and saw Dolores Jones, Dee Dee Jones, getting her ass whipped by my mom, which is my grandma. I'm 52. I'm still telling that story. Do I look like I would ever be okay with somebody's child cursing me? I quit my job today, and I don't regret it. Not 1 ounce. And I want to let you know something. I had never heard this song by Beyoncé. You Won't Break My Soul. I never heard it. So when my mentor arrived during my lunch period. I was like, "Hey, Nicole, blah, blah, blah." And she's like, "Hey," I said, "I quit my job today." She's like, "Huh? What now? What? What happened?" She said, I said, "So I quit my job today." And so that's when I found out about this song called "You Broke My Soul." You can't break my soul. She said, "Okay, Beyonce." I said, "What are you talking about?" Beyonce said she quit her job today. I said, "What? Are you serious?" I said, "I got to talk about this on the video." You won't break my soul. You don't have the power to break my soul. This is what happens, y'all. And I hope that you can take this and apply it to your life. Part of the reason some of us stay in situations that break us so badly is we don't believe we can do anything else. And I, for one, have suffered from the imposter syndrome, believe it or not. But when I quit my job today, I immediately called one of my sisters in my circle, Marshall, in Egypt. And I said, "Marshall," she said, "Yep." I said, "I quit my job today." She said, "Uh-huh." I said, "I did." She said, "How do you feel? Are you anxious?" I said, "No, I'm good." "You really?" I said, "I am good." And I became a little emotional because I met her like a year or so ago, and she heard of me because I did a video. And back in that time period, I just didn't think my videos were good enough, right? You can be so down, you can hear so much stuff that you just don't think you have what it takes, and it's the imposter syndrome. Even former First Lady of the United States of America, Michelle Obama, talked about it. Feeling somebody told her she didn't belong there. And so for me, one of you can have all this talent and people who are already there, like uh, who is it? Les Brown talks about OQP, only quality people. See, the reason you need only quality people in your life, you'll see a different standard, and they will help you recognize it. So when I had announced to Marshall last year that I was going to teach, she's like, "Dolores Jones, why are you teaching?" "Marshall, I can get benefits. I can get my summers off. Then that'll give me time to work on my business." I mean, I justified it. It made sense. But I was playing small. I've been playing small. I've been cheating myself. Have you been cheating yourself? But I thought it was admirable. And so as I was talking to Marshall, I said, "I thank God for you that every time we did the videos, every time we talked, you were sending me resources because Dolores, God told me a long time ago, your millions are in your mouth. You're a speaker. Not only that, there's so much." But I would say, "No, I'm going to become a journalist." And there's nothing wrong with journalism because now I have 3 degrees. I have a skill set that I could do all this. But even when I had that, if I didn't believe it, and Beyonce talks about that in her song, where she says something about, let me see if I can pull some of these words up because I thought I'd never heard the song. But she talked about hold on, let me drink some more of my wine. Break my soul. Okay, so I got some of these lyrics. So I was like, did Beyonce know I was gonna quit my job today? So one of the things she talked about looking for motivation. I'm looking for a new foundation. And that's critical when it is time for you to make a change. Because some people are motivated by the dollar. Baby, a dollar can't save you. A dollar can't help you. It's just money. But sometimes we put such an emphasis on it that some people would rather die than walk away. So she goes on to say, she says, I'm on a new vibration. I'm building my own foundation. And y'all know she says, "You can break my soul." At the beginning, she says, "Now I just fell in love and I just quit my job. I'm going to find new drive. Damn, they work me so damn hard. Work by 9, then off past 5. And they work my nerves. That's why I can't sleep at night." Somebody's doing that right now. Do you have to die on the job? It'll be too late. You are worthy. Build your own skill set. Look at your skill set. Take these, not only take the workshops. I've invested money with people who are making millions who are like, "Dolores, we're waiting on you." I got to do the planning. I got to do the lesson plans. Oh, I got to write that paper. Oh, okay. You just got cussed out. I don't know, God, show me their spirit. What about yours? Okay. It took, I think, 8 people wrote this song. So you need to understand that. Beyonce didn't just write the song. She showed delivered the hell out of it, didn't she? But she wrote this song with 8 people, including her husband. So then it gets down to one of the hooks where this man is saying, release your anger, release your mind, release your job, release your time, release your trade, release the stress, release the love, forget the rest. And then, of course, she's like, you can't break my soul. I don't know who this message is for, but I hope you take heed to it. And I hope that you quit your job because we limit ourselves based on past experiences, right? Maybe you tried it before, but you didn't succeed in it. So now you're afraid to take it out there again. But as what Beyonce was talking about, she said everything she was looking for is within. And people can hate on her all they want, but she's liberating people. I saw the video today. I was like, okay, then. Okay, I want that hat. I want to ride a horse. And at the end, have you ever seen the video? When she walks away, she has those chaps, the chaps, and the thong between her pretty ass, literally. And that's how she walks off. And I said, Lord, I wish my booty looked like that. Maybe I'll go ahead and get the Brazilian butt lift and do that, right? What I am saying to you again is sometimes leaving hurts, but staying hurts even worse. In the words of Jonathan McReynolds, he said, I'm moving on. He said, my mama told me to forget my failures or my mistakes. And basically something about look at what he was saying, something else. What did he say? Because it was really nice. I'm moving on. And that's why it's so important to not sit idly. That although you have this time, you think free time, I'm away from work. Honey, you need to be building yourself up from the inside out. So that you can probably say, I quit my job today. And I'm not going to cry about it. Nobody's going to talk me out of it. I sent Ronnie a message and she said, okay, we're going to go get some ice cream. I said, okay, come pick me up. Because I'm still trying to get me a car and all that other stuff. See, certain things are just, they don't matter. They don't matter at all. Right? But you do. You matter. You matter so much. But I wanted to be honest with you. I wanted to be transparent because sometimes that's what we need. Some of us are trying to be so high, great, and you're selling yourself short because they don't really see the real you. And so when I was talking to my coach today, and she goes, you seem so real, relaxed. I mean, you seem like you're really yourself. And this is really me. Right? This is really me. I was just trying to be the person I thought I needed to be to save these kids. And nobody's trying to save me. So I quit my job today. And you can break my soul. God is amazing. And sometimes things have to happen because some of us, we won't leave. We're faithful to a fault. We'll just stay right there, like you stay in relationships. My video yesterday was, are you living together or dying together? And somebody inboxed me and said, what do you mean by that? I said, to live means you got dreams. You have things that you look forward to. And if you've abandoned those things in order to maintain this relationship, then you are dying together. And a quote says, many people die at the age of 25, but they're buried at the age of 75. They don't want to put the kids out into the community. Well, at the rate things are going, you might put them in the cemetery. And then you will really have a shortage of teachers. Now, I want you to understand, it's not all districts that are like that. But that's another discussion, right? So I'm going to wait for Ronnie to take me to get some ice cream. And I just want y'all to, please share the video. It's all right. I quit my job today, and I am so grateful to God. And I'm not beating up on myself because some of us, I can't believe I said that word. Like, well, why can't I tell him to suck it? Tell him, right? Well, Miss Jones, you're the professional. You're professional. These are kids. I said, no, then he's an animal. That's what I told him. I said, he's an animal and he needs to be in the zoo. Miss Jones, I mean, they really need us. They need us. Okay. They had y'all. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I am so out. Okay. Speaking of that, have a great afternoon, evening, or whatever. I'm going to drink the rest of my wine. I started this bottle yesterday. Y'all see this one? Honey. Let me put it closer. This is by far my favorite wine. This was given to me on my birthday last year, November 5th. And I just opened it up on yesterday when I did that video in my kitchen. If you haven't seen that one, y'all go check it out. But today I just said, well, I'm going to go ahead and talk to them. And I didn't want to wait until tomorrow. Sometimes when you wait, it loses the impact. I needed to give it to you the way I felt it. So God bless y'all. Go out there. Quit your job if you need to. Walk away from that relationship. God has so much more for you. But the only way you're going to get it is if you decide to step out. Did that put you out? A lady was singing at her church on Sunday. And she led one song. And then she went up and it was time for the choir to sing again. And she started singing the song, and the person who was telling me the story said she was singing the song, "If I can't say a word, then I will wave my hand." And in the middle of her singing the song, she fell back, passed out, and died. 50 years old, no children. At church. Gone. They tried relentlessly to bring her back. She is gone. Clocks don't stop. Time don't wait. You have no idea how much time God has given you. And if you are still here, you have a purpose. And the purpose is not for you to stay tangled up and tied up into things that kill you, kill your dreams, that disrespect you, that don't support you. You deserve better than that. As Tyler Perry said in one of his videos, his mom had been beaten and treated very poorly by his father. He got enough money. He said, "Come on, Mom, come and go with me. Come go with me. I can get you another house." And she said, "No, I can't leave." He's in shock because the man done beat the hell out of him. He watched him beat the hell out of his mama. So he's like saying, "I got you. You ain't have to work another day of your life." And she did not go. And he said, "God, why would my mama leave? Why wouldn't she leave him?" And the word was, she didn't feel worthy. She didn't feel worthy, meaning it's yours just because I can do it. I want to bless you. Now come over here. I don't care about your past. I don't even care what you're in right now. I want you to know, here's the door. I'm going to give you this house. I'm going to give you this information. I want to give you this opportunity. So Tyler Perry said, just get to worthy. In other words, look at what worthy means. God has found you worthy. Stop trying to prove your value to people who really can't do anything for you, right? We put our trust in the wrong things and then get mad when it don't work out. Struggle is necessary. Suffering is a choice. Have an amazing evening. I will see y'all soon. Like and share the video. I'm Dolores Jones, your comeback coach. I'll put my Cash App in here. It's $, my comeback coach. Because that's the other thing. Stop selling yourself short. There are people who need to purchase what you have. No more love offerings. I get that. But love offerings don't necessarily pay your bills. Okay, we ain't even going there. Know your worth. Because right now you're going to a job and they're paying you what they think your services are worth, even if it's 750 an hour. But if you haven't taken the time to build, to establish, to uh, put yourself in a better position, then that's all you got. So don't get mad at them. Just like these kids I was teaching, some of them ain't gonna make it. All right.